Good afternoon, folks. Peace and power to everybody that's going to join me, maybe live, maybe on the replay. I appreciate if you leave a little like, maybe a comment if you don't, if you agree, disagree, whatever, man. As long as you give me an opportunity to state my piece. I'll be with you in just a second as normal while I pull my stuff up. Y'all know I like to share my screens to show my sources. So be just a while. All right, so without further ado, let me get into this. I told y'all on the video yesterday that Anthony Joshua is wasting his time. I told y'all yesterday on the video that Anthony Joshua is wasting his time on Deontay Wilder, talking about he's going to throw some curveball offer and all of this and all of this. As usual, Lisa Bales, peace and power, sister. Appreciate you coming through. As always, you give me your support, give me your ears, give me your eyes. I know I'm not easy on the eyes, but you watch me anyway. Appreciate that. Anywho, I told y'all yesterday that Anthony Joshua was wasting his time. And what I mean by that is that we see today, I think it was yesterday, as a matter of fact, and this news about Joshua hopefully going to throw some offer to Wilder to entice him from doing the third Fury fight and going for possible undisputed. We don't even know what the offer is going to be. All he said was that he's going to try something to see if he can coax Wilder, if he wins or whatever, to fight him after this fight. We don't even know what the offer was. We don't know if it was something that he worked out with Usyk and them. We have no idea. We have no idea. But yet we see that before the man even has taken a nap, before he even had lunch, Shelly Finkel has already come out saying, don't waste your time. We're not interested. Lisa Bales, be careful. Anyway, we already see Shelly Finkel saying he not interested. Not interested. We don't even know what the offer is. This reminds me of when Eddie Hearn had said, why can't Shelly Finkel and him meet and let the fighters do what they do? You know what I'm saying? Because Shelly Finkel is not in there holding no mitts. He not holding no body pads. He not bringing no water to Deontay Wilder. He not sweeping up the gym. He not doing none of that. But we don't even know what the offer was. And he already said, we are not interested. How does this make any sense? You can work out whatever, say, work out a provisional deal in case somebody wins their fight and say, look, if we win or if you do this, we'll fight next. He doesn't even want to entertain anything. This is the same guy who came out after Fury beat Wilder, in my opinion. In my opinion, after he beat Wilder in 2018 and said, we're very interested in a Joshua fight. And then that went nowhere. I outlined to you yesterday the history of Deontay Wilder and his unification attempts falling through. Not even unification attempts. I shouldn't say that. But any talk of Deontay Wilder having, it never gets anywhere done. It doesn't get done. I outlined to you yesterday how all three possibilities of Deontay Wilder unifying before Anthony Joshua were all in his grasp. Charles Martin is on the PBC still, was IBF champ. He could have fought, when he beat Bermane Stiverne, he could have fought Vladimir Klitschko, who was still the champion, and unified for undisputed, I think. Didn't do it. And Shelly Finkel was managing Vladimir Klitschko. Don't believe me? Look at the end of, not even the end, look at the Joshua versus Klitschko fight. Look who's front row. Shelly Finkel. Joseph Parker also didn't fight Joseph Parker. Allowed Eddie Hearn again to come in, offer Parker more money to fight his man Joshua to unify. Joshua unified twice. So here we are again. Shelly Finkel already shutting down any talk about Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. I agree. I'm really wondering, do these PBC guys have any say in their own career? Any say? Because these talks are coming from Anthony Joshua. He's talking about his own business, what he wants to do. You don't hear Deontay Wilder saying shit. He just goes along with whatever Shelly Finkel says. Remember when Shelly Finkel shut him up when he was asked? Remember when Shelly Finkel shut him up when he was asked about the $100 million offer? And Shelly Finkel stepped in front of Deontay Wilder and said, oh, I'll handle a business conversation. What up, Jordan? Remember that? That video is still up. Shelly Finkel stepped in front of Deontay. Shut up, I'll deal with the business. Because he couldn't even explain why he turned down $100 million. He couldn't explain it. So let's pull up the source from World Boxing News, aka the PBC mouthpiece, with the Shelly Finkel comments. Exclusive, Anthony Joshua told not to bother with Deontay Wilder offer. Look at Shelly Finkel scowling. The brother Deontay Wilder sitting there. So here we go. It goes into the whole quote from Sky Sports News, what Joshua said, you know, about fighting Wilder, curveball offer and all of that. But here we go. WBN then put this to, if you can't see it, let me try to blow this up so you can see it a little better. God damn it. Yeah, here we go. So anyway, the former Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield advisor told Joshua where to go in no uncertain terms. I don't know what Anthony Joshua is talking about. Finkel exclusively told World Boxing News, we are not interested in any offer. Deontay's and our focus is on Tyson Fury at this moment. We are not focusing on anything else. Finkel's words mean Wilder will see through his agreement with Fury to give the loser of their Las Vegas showdown first refusal on the next installment. The only hope AJ has of a Wilder clash will be if Fury wins and the American decides against taking the stipulation in the contract. So you're telling me Fury wins and Anthony Joshua should fight Deontay Wilder for what? This is about undisputed, not about Deontay Wilder. And anyway. So there you have it. Shelly Finkel said, don't worry about it. He's not interested. He don't care. He don't want to see shit. I don't know what to say. World Boxing News is a well-known PBC mouthpiece, by the way. So these people are very pro PBC, and they will say whatever. You know, he's saying the only hope of Joshua getting a Wilder clash. Excuse me. So Anthony Joshua, if Anthony Joshua has already said that this is not about Deontay Wilder, this is about being undisputed champion. And I fully expect, as Joshua said in to Sky Sports, that he supports Fury to win because he wants to unify them in England. So of course this man's going to fight Tyson Fury if Tyson Fury wins. He's going to challenge Tyson Fury for undisputed, and Tyson Fury should fight Anthony Joshua if he wins. I agree, Lisa Bales. Just move on. This looks absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Why is Anthony Joshua chasing around Deontay Wilder? Anthony Joshua should shut up. Stop talking about Wilder, please, because it looks really ridiculous. This dude is not interested in unifying. I've said his history now twice, 2 days now. What about his history has told you this man wants to unify with anybody? He's never tried. He's not interested. There you have it. How you going just say you're not interested in anything Anthony Joshua has to offer? You haven't even heard what the man has to offer yet. But you already jumped the gun. What does Deontay Wilder have to say about this? Is he fine with this? Is he okay? What about one face, one name? What about all that one face, one name shit? So Shelly Finkel just speaks on behalf of Deontay. So if Deontay Wilder is riding with this, all that one face, one name shit, I promise you bullshit, that's out the window. I don't want to hear nothing from Deontay Wilder. Nothing. This is why I had to. What up, Samuel Shaw? What's up, brother? What's up? How you doing, King? So Shelly Finkel speaks on behalf of Deontay Wilder, and people try and convince me that Eddie Hearn speaks on behalf of Anthony Joshua. Not at all. I have never seen Eddie Hearn jump in front of Anthony Joshua and speak on business. I've seen Anthony Joshua handle all his own business. So Shelly Finkel said he's not interested, and I'm supposed to be cool with that because it's just Deontay Wilder. So who's really ducking who? Is this a duck? Is this a duck? Who signs up to fight a trilogy when you don't even know how the second fight is going to go? When you know undisputed is out there, but that's how you know none of this is important to Deontay Wilder or his handlers. They don't care. They don't care. And people are cool with this. Imagine if that was Anthony Joshua making these comments. If it was Eddie Hearn saying these things about Deontay Wilder. Why is it Anthony Joshua, the unified champion, the cash cow, chasing somebody else? I know Anthony Joshua ain't gonna never see this video, but he needs to tell Deontay. Anyway, that's my opinion. I think Anthony Joshua needs to move on. I agree with Lisa Bales. It's ridiculous. You can't be chasing on a man who's not interested in you. You know, it's like bullying a kid in school. The kid don't want no fight with you, but you still after this kid. Deontay Wilder is being bullied by Anthony Joshua. You crazy? This man is outside knocking on Deontay Wilder's door saying, come out, let's fight. Deontay Wilder's behind on the double latch, chain on the door, talking shit. Oh, he don't want to fight me. He don't want to fight me. What can I say? What's y'all comments on that? Tell me what y'all think. How long are we going to allow Deontay Wilder to run this game and people think this is cool? You got people like Kevin Iole saying how Deontay Wilder single-handedly revived the heavyweight division. What the I move on. Let me move on because this is going to, I mean, it's just crazy to me. And I think Anthony Joshua should just move, should just leave this alone and just get out, just move. It don't make no sense, man. Next up on the agenda, what do I have next? Charlo. Jamal Charlo. 160 Charlo. You know the Charlo who just knocked out Dennis Hogan? Dennis Hogan, who might be a bordering 154 guy. Charlo looked like he was, as someone in the chat, I forgot who it was, had said Charlo looked like he was about 175 pounds, fighting a 147 pounder. Charlo. Y'all realize I just personally think they don't want to do business with Hearn. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe it's Hearn. But who cares? Shelly Finkel did business with Hearn already, with Vladimir Klitschko. Did business with Hearn already with Vladimir Klitschko. Lou DiBella does business with Hearn. When Deontay Wilder was offered the $100 million, that was the zone offer. None of that was coming from Hearn. That was the zone offer. So they don't want to do business with who? The zone, John Skipper, and Hearn? Nobody? The issue is that these people are just confusing. What did Eddie Hearn do to these clowns? He knew nothing to them. And why do you care who you're doing business with? This is about a fight, make money, and leave. Nobody's asking Shelly Finkel and these people to be friends with Eddie Hearn. I'm quite sure Eddie Hearn don't want to be friends with them. And I don't care if they're friends or not. That's right, Double Ash Promotions. Ridiculous. Anyway, back on Charlo. Y'all realize Charlo has been real quiet. Has anybody seen anything from Jamal Charlo since this offer has been sent? Before any talk of this offer being sent to Jamal Charlo, Ronnie Shields had come out when he heard about Charlo saying he'll take the one fight deal. Because remember, Jamal Charlo started this conversation when he said on video he would take a one fight deal on his own to fight Andrade. He said so. And then Ronnie Shields jumped out the window and said, what do we gain from fighting Demetrius Andrade? What do we gain? As if like unifications don't mean shit. As if like Jamal Charlo is 22 years old and not 30 years old. Madness. Realize Jamal Charlo has been really quiet. We've heard from Ronnie Shields. We've heard from Tim Smith and all these people. But anyway, Chris Mannix from Sports Illustrated does some commentary for The Zone. He was on his Twitter and he shared some information. This is Chris Mannix. You're free to take his word or don't take his word, but I'm just reporting what Chris Mannix said. Because Tim Smith said they don't know who got this offer. We don't know who got this offer. We didn't get any offer from Eddie Hearn. Not us. Not I, said the spider to the fly. So Chris Mannix said, Eddie Hearn's offer to Future of Boxing, which is Jamal Charlo, to fight Andrade in May is very real. Offer in the neighborhood of $7 million was delivered directly to Charlo. Hearn made it clear it can be a one fight or, if Charlo is interested, the start of a multi-fight deal. Offer in the neighborhood of $7 million was delivered directly to Charlo. Chris Mannix said Eddie Hearn delivered the offer to Jamal Charlo himself. Why has Jamal Charlo been so quiet on this offer? We haven't heard from him. We've heard from everybody else, not Jamal Charlo. Why? Is this true? Because Chris Mannix tagged him in the tweet. And we know all these dudes love social media, so I know he saw the tweet. So if it's not true, Charlo needs to say it's not true. Charlo needs to say he didn't get any offer from Hearn. And then put him back on Eddie to prove it. But I do find it suspicious that Jamal Charlo is not talking. He's not saying, Chet. I don't understand. What else does Jamal Charlo have to do? He's not doing nothing else. With Chris Eubank fighting no big fight. Karabov got injured and he's not no big fight. Chris Eubank ain't doing shit with his career. Nothing. He don't have no belt. Andrade is fighting Luke Keeler this month, as a matter of fact. He's fighting Luke Keeler this month. Luke Keeler, an Irishman, the WBO, I think, #1. I think he's a WBO European champ or something. But he's fighting who's available. Andrade has called out a bunch of people, but they're not interested in fighting him. Triple G is not going to fight Demetrius Andrade. He's not going to fight him. Triple G is holding that belt hostage until Canelo fights him so he can move on with his life. Canelo is not going to fight Demetrius Andrade because he don't really bring a lot to the table. And that's fine, I understand that. But in the meantime, who's left? Jamal Charlo, who has gone quiet. So tell me what y'all think. Tell me what y'all think. What is Jamal Charlo doing? He keeps saying everybody ducking him. Here's an offer. And we understand that it was made straight to you, sir. So what you have to say? What you have to say? I mean, he got to say if you get it or not. I'm interested to hear if you get it or not. Then Eddie Hearn has to back his shit up. Well, he's not saying nothing. Anyway, my last talking point. Andrade excuses, but Charlo gets all the ridicule. Huh? You're saying people are making excuses for Andrade, but Charlo's getting ridiculed? All right, man. Whatever you say. That's your opinion. No problem. I agree, Lisa. It's really bizarre. Charlo has gone really, really, really quiet. You heard from Ronnie Shields saying, what do we get from fighting Andrade? You've heard from Tim Smith saying, we're not interested. Or sorry, no, Tim Smith said, sorry, that we haven't gotten any offer from Eddie Hearn. So he don't know who he sent an offer to. Chris Mannix has stated that he sent it to Charlo. And again, we just said Charlo has gone really quiet since this offer talk. Since he said he would do the one-fight deal. He said he would do it. All of this conversation came up because Charlo said he would do a one-fight deal to fight Andrade in the zone, and Eddie Hearn should reach out. The next time I'm back on, I'll share the video with y'all. I really should have pulled it up. But it's on Fight Hype. Fight Hype does a great job. Sometimes. Charlo ain't doing shit. And neither is Andrade. But at least Andrade is saying, come fight me. I have the money. You don't have nothing to do over there. Come fight me. Eddie Hearn has also said, if PBC matches the offer, he would send Andrade over there. He would send him, no problem. PBC ain't even trying to say, no problem, we'll match the offer. We'll control everything. Send him over here. They haven't even said that. Why doesn't Charlo tell Tim Smith, rather than going online talking shit, find out what the offer is, match the offer, and bring him over here? Why? It's always some weird stuff. Anywho, as I was saying, I'm moving on from that. He did say so. Ronnie Shields said they're not interested because what would they gain from fighting Andrade? As if like unification, you beat Andrade, then Canelo has a reason to fight you. You stay where you are and tell Canelo, I'm here, you can't duck me no more. Because you say he been ducking you. So if you go there, beat Andrade and say, no problem, I'm staying right here. Canelo, after you're done at 168, come down to 160 and fight me for the WBC championship belt again and the WBO. And then you can fight with Triple G for undisputed. Because Canelo still has a WBA. Anywho, my next topic, the last one that I have to talk about, is Billy Joe Saunders and the Canelo saga. Oscar De La Hoya has said it's not Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders is not the front runner. That's what he said. Let's pull up the video and hear what Oscar has to say. He was speaking to Radio Raheem at Seconds Out, and we're going to hear what Oscar has to say.
Options. I'll tell you one thing, Saunders is not the front runner, that's for sure. I have no idea who threw that name out there, but once we nail down who it's going to be, we'll have an announcement shortly. I have a trip to Mexico with Canelo and his team. We'll sit down, I'll stay there for a few days and iron out a deal, and then we'll take it from there.
Thank you for that time. Radio Raheem with the...
That was Oscar De La Hoya. If we take Oscar De La Hoya to his word, which a lot of people won't, he said Billy Joe Saunders is not the front runner. Maybe that name was thrown out too quick for Oscar De La Hoya's liking, but I mean, then who is it going to be? You can't keep these people waiting. They need to train for a fight. Saunders has already said he's not going to be held hostage by anybody. He wants to fight soon. And I agree with them. Like, this whole shenanigans of we don't know who he's going to fight and we don't this and we don't that. People got to be able to train for their fights. And I don't like this diva shit. Just say who you're going to fight, who you want to fight, and that's it. I understand that Canelo is the A side, but he has to say who he's going to fight. You can't keep people waiting. They have shit to do. If it's not going to be Callum Smith or Billy Joe Saunders, then say so those two can unify. That's what Eddie Hearn said. If he doesn't pick either one of those two, then they need to unify. And that's a damn good fight. I don't support these people, you know, holding up their careers for Canelo Alvarez. I understand it's a big money fight, but goddamn, y'all gotta make your own name, not off of this one man. Exactly, that's what it is, Canelo sweepstakes. I don't like that shit. Why are you here holding up the whole process? You have two people to fight. In my opinion, you should fight Callum Smith. Because Callum Smith is a better 168 pounder than Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders is a 160-pound fighter at his best. That's my opinion. So Oscar De La Hoya says it is not Billy Joe Saunders. He don't know where that shit came from. That's what the man said. That's what the man said. Anyway, that's it for me. I want to thank y'all for joining me. Leave your comments, you know, good, bad, or indifferent. That's fine. But I would appreciate if y'all give the video a like. I'll see y'all next time. Lisa Bales, thank you for coming on. Brother Samuel Shaw, Jordan, that dude who stopped through to say that people ridiculing Charlo, Dominique won. Thank you for coming through. Never saw your face here before, but I appreciate you, brother, for coming through and leaving your comment. Y'all have a nice day. Lisa Bales, peace and power, sister. Y'all have a nice day.